To be with you. Yeah, and I'm just going to share a couple of words explaining who we are and what we do at Michigan Community Resources. So we support the nonprofit community in Michigan in a few ways. First, through direct supports to grassroots and nonprofit organizations, so through things like our office hours program and our pro bono legal programs. We also facilitate collaboration and coordination within our sector. So that looks like tailored cohort experiences in partnership with different foundations. That looks like convening networks like we do with the New Economy Initiative, convening a network of business support organizations. And then finally, an important aspect of our work is just working to transform the norms that govern our sector. We are working in partnership with others towards a day where there isn't a nonprofit starvation cycle and where Black and Brown leaders have access to the human and financial capital to sustain their organizations on par with their peers. So that's who we are, and this event is just such a lovely expression of all of those things coming together in partnership with someone who Amber is going to tell you about next.
Thank you, Janae. I am going to kick it over to our event co-chair, the visionary behind Power of One, Dottie Sharp.
Thank you, Amber. Welcome, everybody, and congratulations to all the honorees. Congratulations. This event started, the Power of One Dedicated Woman, started 8 years ago when it was put on my heart, I believe, by God to honor women in the community that never get honored, and they do the work because they love Detroit, they love their city. And I always was getting emails from different organizations honoring women in media and TV and places like that, but I never got anything honoring the average woman, the everyday woman that's out there doing the work in the community to honor her. So that's how this started. I met at the time, I knew Shamyle because me and a neighbor was working on a project in the community, and I shared it with Shamyle, and she shared it at that time with her work co-workers. And from that, the marriage began between Michigan Community Resources and Dottie Sharp in terms of us partnering together to put on an event to make this happen. And the first one was at the Scarab Club, and it was over 100 people at that time, and we knew we had to go to a new venue. So I'm just so excited and so grateful and thankful that we are in our 8th year. It's just unbelievable to me because of an idea that, you know, I never knew would come to fruition because I knew I didn't have the money to start it. But all I did was mention it to one person, and it just took off from there. So that tells you that, you know, the ideas that we have, we don't always have to have the resources. God provides the resources, and He has truly, truly been awesome in this effort here. And I just look forward to the rest of the webinar here, and the congratulations on all of you awesome women. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dottie. So to kick us into my favorite part of the event every year, each of the honorees are going to be introduced by the person who nominated them to receive this award. So first up, I'd like to invite Lorraine Sheffield to introduce us to our first honoree, Lorraine Sheffield.
Good morning, everyone. So when I first heard of this award, my grandmother was the first person that I thought of. Everything that she does in her life is focused on making things better for the people around her. She's someone that truly understands the value of community through deep firsthand experience. My granny is a teacher and a mother all day, every day. She knows that it takes a village, but she's also willing to help build the village too. She understands that raising a child isn't always about just raising the child. It's also about raising the parents and the brothers and sisters and the aunts and uncles and cousins and grandparents and everybody else too. And that's why I think the mission of her nonprofit, Ujima House, is so valuable and so worthwhile in our community here on the east side of Detroit. It's meant to bring education to the whole family for the good of themselves and for the good of the future generations. It's really hard to sum up my grandmother and what she does and what she means, not just to me, but to our community in this short amount of time. But I just want to thank MCR for this opportunity and just to say that I'm so honored to be here to introduce my grandmother, Lorraine Sheffield.
Okay, my name is Lorraine Sheffield, and I guess the first affiliation would be Detroit Federation of Teachers. I've done a lot of work with them. And then just Girl Scouts, which I've been part of Girl Scouts for 25 years. I've been a camp director, counselors, and different things, but I like working with children. And I think those are the main ones besides what I do just in the community. Last summer, I bought the house I want Ujima House to be in, a community house. We have 10 teachers, and so far I've gotten 3 different doctors who said they'll come by and do like blood pressure checks. Ujima House means that it's a community name. We are because I am because we are, and we are because I am. It means that unless we work together, we're nothing. And it takes everybody. I learn from kids just the way kids learn from me. So Ujima House it's going to be where people could come and get the resources they need. Just come and be comfortable in reading or whatever genre, and whatever we could help in services. We were talking about it, and I heard about the houses on the land bank, so we looked at one that was close to
morning.
the school.
Are we waiting on
there, and I bought a house. I think a big part of me is that I am Canadian. I was raised in Montreal. I did my teenage, early 20s in the 70s, which is in the 60s and 70s, which was totally laid back. You're friends with everybody. Me being Canadian lets me be more open and not so much naive, but more open to meet people and opportunities. To me, it's easier to help the need than the need become a negative in the community. So it's easier to help children when they're feeling like they need it than to let them go astray. And it's really a village mind where that we help each other. Where other people, you're living close to each other, you could do something. You could drive them to the grocery store. You could do something. So that's my vision for the community and what I see coming, because I think it's just getting better now.
Join me in congratulating Lorraine Sheffield. Feel free to go ahead and say a few words, Lorraine.
I just want to say I'm so honored to get this award. I never expected it. What I do, I just do because there's a need out there. There's a need for us to take care of each other and share resources and to help each other along the way. One of the things I said is that women teach women. We learn from each other. We're not enemies. So this award has just humbled me even more. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank my grandson for even nominating me. This is such an honor. Thank you. Should I say support?
Now I would like to invite Donna Gibbon Davison to introduce us to our next honoree, Tammara Howard.
Okay. Good morning. Listen, so when I think of Tam, I think of Maya Angelou's oft-quoted statement that I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I met Tam in 2016 when I first started as president and CEO of Eastside Community Network. And from then until now, whenever we had a community meeting, Pam would show up with a smile on her face, a big smile on her face, beautiful jewelry, gloves on, and ready to serve meals to everybody in the community. She was such a bright, smiling presence and greeting me in meetings that I was hosting. She was there to take care of everybody. She's a caretaker and just the most loving person. When you think about Detroit, and people talk about Detroit coming back, Detroit is not coming back. Detroit has been home to people like Tam who've been doing the work, you know, without getting recognition, not for recognition, but out of love. And that's what I think of when I think of Tam, the power of one, but also the power of love and the power of a loving woman in influencing their community. Tam is president of the Gratiot Woods Belvedere Youth Block Club, a youth block club. Who ever heard of that? She's founder and executive director of the What About Us LLC, which is really focusing on inclusion of people who are disabled. She's an Eastside Community Network board member, a LEAP steering committee member, and a member of Good Stock Detroit, which is a new initiative that LEAP sponsored a few years ago. She's in the first class of LEAP Sustainability Fellows, and through that fellowship, sponsored a project that brought many people in as volunteers. She's again, a disability advocate. She is a person who advocates for LGBTQ populations, and she's just an amazing volunteer. And Tam has done all of this without compensation for most of the time she's been doing the work. And it amazes me that she gets up every day and is always thinking about how to care for other people. And I just really, when I saw this, I thought, you know, I want to do what I can to make sure that she gets her day and gets her recognition. Tam, I love you. We appreciate you in the community. Thank you for what you're doing. And I'm really excited to also hear the stories of these other Power of One women, because Lorraine, your story inspired me, and I'm sure I'll be inspired by all the rest. So this is a great group of people for us to honor, and it feels really good doing this morning.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tammara Howard, and I am the CEO and founder of What About Us, Inc., the Belvedere Community Youth Block Club, located on the east side of Detroit on Belvedere. And I started the block club back when my children were little in like 2000, you know, because I saw the need of importance of community building, parental involvement, because back in the day when I was coming up, the community helped raise us. And I wanted to bring that back. So What About Us, Inc. basically is everybody. You know, it's no boundaries. You know, you don't have to live on Belvedere. You could be anywhere, you know, out of state, wherever. Because What About Us stems about people working together. So I know that the things that I do, it impacts my neighborhood for good things, because I let people know that we are a community family and we have to work together. You know, and with What About Us and the Belvedere Youth Block Club, like I say, What About Us and the Block Club is under the umbrella now of What About Us, and we have a lot of wonderful organizations that help work with us. So we are just truly blessed. And I'm truly blessed to be able to be this leader that God wants me to be. I look at how it used to look. Back in the day, it was houses all over. Okay, houses tore down, people moved, people passed away, I hate to say that. But I'm just trying to show people that we can still live here and be happy because we can make do with what we got and make it look better. So I love Detroit. I mean, that's all. I can talk all day about Detroit. You know, it's just that you have to be positive. You know, I live here in Detroit, but I live here to be positive. I live here to be a role model. I live here to help people, you know, for us all to come together as a community family. You know, I feel that a lot of situations that's going on could be prevented if we step out of the box and like, okay, and let's start trying to work on our problems together. Sometimes, you know, I feel that if you just say good morning or I love you, that makes a person's day. You know, and I just think of ways that I can make people smile, you know, and that's my main thing. You know, this here is what I do. I love it because I love to see people happy, and I love for children to be recognized and to be loved because that's what you need to grow.
Please join me in recognizing Tammara Howard.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Oh, it's such an honor, and thank you so much. You know, I had to write down my speech because I will forget, but there's so much in my heart that I want to say. But first of all, you know, I just want to thank, you know, Donna Givens Davidson for recognizing my work and for loving me as she's always done. And I want to thank Michigan Community Resources as well for, you know, the award, the One Dedicated Woman's Award. But I'm really and truly am grateful and humble. And I thank God first, you know, because I just really feel like that this is something very detrimental and important to me. And I really appreciate being honored and being loved because it always feels good to be loved. And I just want to thank everybody and thank you, Donna, thank you, Eastside Community Network, Donna's wonderful staff, and everybody for all the support they have gave me ever since the day that we met. And thank you, Donna, and I love you so much.
Congratulations, Tammara. Our next honoree is the first in all the years to be nominated 11 times. I'd like to invite Twiana and Tajia Odom to introduce us to Rakisha Odom.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning. This is Tajia. I'm Rakisha's younger sister. And I just wanted to start by saying that Miss Rakisha is, it's an honor to speak for her, first of all. She's such an amazing person. She's the perfect example of selflessness. She'll give you the clothes off her back, an ear to listen to, food off her plate. She'll give you a platform to be able to do for yourself. It's just calling Rakisha a dedicated person is kind of understatement. She is like a passionate person. It's like she get a call from the wild or something to help anybody that crosses her path. I've seen this woman cry all night because of someone else's problems. I've witnessed her break her neck to do for others without so much as a thank you from people. I've watched this lady be up for hours all night, dedicated and determined to finish a job or to help provide someone with the resources to be self-sufficient. Me, myself, I aspire to be as amazing, as beautiful, and as fashion forward as my sister. I, again, just want to congratulate everyone on your success and tell you guys that all your hard work and everything is going to pay off very, very soon. Well, it seems like it's paying off now with you guys' award. So thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Rakisha Odom, and I do lots of cool things in the community, awesome people. My community is resilient. They stick together. They're optimistic of the future. They are beautiful. They come together. They volunteer. They build kid success alongside of me. I am working with the Morningside community to just help strengthen our community, bring more resources over on the east side. We're also working on community gardens and just building partnerships. Our biggest thing we're working on is building kid success. And I am so happy to be working with Brilliant Detroit to make that possible in communities across the city. But the things we're doing in Morningside are so amazing. I feel good about coming to work every day. I get to work with families and kids, and I'm like a community hugger. When I first came over to the east side and the Morningside neighborhood, it wasn't a lot for families to do. It wasn't a lot of resources here. It wasn't a lot of food distributions. And now with so much excitement around how we could work together to build kid success. I mean, people calling me every day, like, can I do a Taekwondo project with the kids? Can we do a tea party? Can we plant a garden? And it just feels so good for everybody to just be so gung-ho about Brilliant Detroit and our mission. I grew up a little bit hard, and I had just the most awesome support system, just the most awesome group of women in different phases of my life who always taught me things, who always mentored me, fussed at me. I'm just thinking of so many women in my life who shaped me. And kind of looking at myself at 40, I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to be like all those beautiful ladies. I'm making a difference by being a good listener and by learning from my elders, learning from the people who did it before me, taking notes and remixing it with a bunch of young people that are just so smart. I feel like I'm doing it by building bridges, bringing people. I'm a great connector. As soon as I hear something, I'm like, we got to do this together. And I feel like that's the only way we're going to get it done is by collaboration. So I'm taking notes from all the greats. I'm hanging out with all of my people that I look up to, all the mentors, and I'm bringing everything I learned back to my community, and I'm sharing it with others, with the parents and the people who want to build with me. So that's how I do it.
Let's hear it for Rakisha Odom.
Well, thank you so much for this honor. I am an extremely emotional person, so I wrote my speech, but I'm already crying. Been crying since I got on here. I want to say that I am honored to be recognized alongside such amazing and dedicated women. This award means so much to me and my family. To be recognized by my peers, community, friends, and family is the highest honor I've ever received. Service comes so naturally to me and my family. This is because we know it is an honor to use our gifts, time, and hands to serve others. It is a privilege to listen to learn from, and build with my neighbors across the city. The women who nominated me are my tribe. They fill my cup and motivate me to keep going. They are who I call when I need love and advice. So to be recognized by the women who give me strength, guidance, and direction is a blessing for me. I like to thank my grandmother, who taught me to serve with my heart, my daughters who keep me filled with joy, my friends who keep me in line, Delani who keeps me calm, and Cindy Eggleton who invested in me. And last but not least, my mother who taught me resilience and she always has my back. Thank you, MCR, for your ongoing support. And I cannot wait to pass along my award to the next generation of leaders. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rakisha. Next, I'd like to invite Antoine Jackson to introduce us to our honoree, Alyce Hartman.
Thank you so much, Dottie. It is certainly a joy and privilege to be with you all this morning. Congratulations to all of the honorees this morning, especially to my friend and sister, Alyce Hartman. I've had the privilege to meet Alyce just about 2 years ago when I joined Mac Development as the executive director. And I quickly saw that Alyce is a woman of great courage, strength, power, and prayer. And over the time, I've gotten a chance to learn more about Alyce and the contributions that she's made to not just this community here in Detroit, but across this nation. As a former PR executive and entrepreneur, Alyce has had the opportunity to shape and mold narrative and story for so many. Alyce continued her work here in Detroit through the Mack Avenue Community Church, where she served and continues to serve in their youth and children's ministry. I was privileged to work with Alyce as the Director of Education here at Mac Development. And I quickly could see how Alyce's passion shined through very brightly. Alyce led efforts to create what I believe is one of the stellar tutoring programs here on the East Side and in the city of Detroit called Mac Lit. It was through Alyce's creativity, ingenuity, and taking initiative, the power of one dedicated woman, that we've been able to tutor students through K through 8th grade here in Detroit, helping those students to achieve as many as 6 reading levels of improvement. It is because of Alyce and her dedication that we've been able to partner with Wayne State University, the University of Detroit Mercy. We've been able to partner with Wayne County Community College District, Central Michigan University, the University of Michigan, and the list goes on. Alyce, at the height of the pandemic, before schools were shut down, before decisions were made to pivot to virtual learning or tutoring, Alyce, being led of the Lord through prayer, said we needed to take our tutoring program virtual. And so a week prior to anybody else doing anything or having any conversations, we were already on the ground running, offering virtual tutoring. It gives me great honor and privilege to have been able to nominate Alyce Hartman for the Power of One Dedicated Woman Award. And I want you to know that this sister is a powerful woman. She is leading, she is impacting community, and we are forever grateful here at Mac Development for her contributions to the success of students and families across Detroit. Thank you, Alyce.
My name is Alyce Hartman, and I am an urban educator and literacy advocate in Detroit. The name of my company is Nesting Birds Publishing. I'm the CEO and founder. We publish children's books and curriculum, and I also have this bookmobile that we get out into the community on Fridays right now from July through October. And we have 7 little free libraries that will be going up that we're stewarding, and have Birdie's book boxes. We'll be giving away free books to kids, brand new books. Right now, my focus is on literacy. So I want to see all of the homes in our community have access to books, quality books, culturally diverse books. And I want to see our students reading at or above grade level. Not only do I have the bookmobile, but I teach classes, after school courses for kids, and just seeing their little smiling faces, and especially when they learn to read and when they master a word that they've been struggling with or can sound words out. So that brings me the most joy. We had the bus and wanted to get it out on the road 3 years ago and had issues getting it out. Then we had the pandemic. Then we had to raise financing and funding to do that. So there have been so many hurdles, but we always manage to get over the hurdles and get going. And we're excited about what the future holds. And we're really just getting started. So we hope to be adding more communities soon and getting more buses out on our routes. So we'll see what happens. You can visit our website at birdiesbookmobile.com, or you can even go to 27th Letter Books. And if you purchase books there, you can round up and the proceeds come to Birdie's Bookmobile, and we go and we shop in the bookstore and get all kinds of great books. You can donate gently used books to us and we'll come pick them up. So there's so many ways that you can support us. Detroit women really inspire me because I think we're go-getters. I think we're hard workers, and I know a number of Detroit women that are doing some fantastic things in our city including here in the communities. I would encourage women who want to get involved in the community to connect with other organizations, to connect with other women, to connect with their neighbors, and to first get involved in their community, on their street, with their neighbors, with their block clubs, with community organizations, and then just go for it.
Please join me in recognizing Alyce Hartman. You're on, Alyce.
Thank you so much. I want to first just really say thank you to Antoine for his kind words and for his, Antoine and I have had these conversations where I remember it was back in May of, I want to say 2021. And I said, Antoine, I feel like the Lord is birthing something in me. And he said, the Lord keeps telling me to push you. And Antoine kept pushing me and pushing me. And there were times I was thinking, why is he pushing me so hard? And I don't think either one of us knew at the time what he was pushing me toward and where I was going. But Birdie's Bookmobile was actually birthed from a dream that God gave me 12 years ago, a literal dream. And 4 years ago, I was sitting in a meeting and someone said, hey, so-and-so has a bus for sale in their front yard. And I knew it was mine. And like I said, there were hurdles and there were obstacles, and I purchased the bookmobile. And since June 27th, in 8 stops, I have been able to give 300 children more than 500 books that they can take home and keep. And I'm just so excited about what God is doing through me. This is not me. This is not anything that I'm doing under my own power and authority. And I thank Antoine so much for pushing me and for having these wonderful conversations with me. And I thank Cindy Eggleton for encouraging me, and Ellen Gilchrist for supporting me. There's so many people that have come around me to assist me in doing this. And I'm just so blessed to have had an opportunity to serve for 5 years at MAC Development, and to work with kids and to help them and to guide and to be a part of that community, and now to be doing some things with Birdie's Bookmobile and also over at 313 Reads. And thank you so much for this opportunity and this honor. It really is humbling, and I just feel so grateful to be in the presence of so many women that are doing so many wonderful things in the community. And there are women out there that are doing things that are not up here today being honored, but we know them. And so it is important for us to support their work as well. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you.
Thank you, Alyce. Congratulations again. I'd like to welcome Katie Solomon forward to introduce us to our next honoree, Asaya L.
Hello. I've had the honor of working with Asaya for the last 4 years. She's been involved at the downtown boxing gym since 2014. She walked through the doors as a volunteer coach and parent and just never left. She's now the transportation and enrollment coordinator, and transportation coming to and from our program is crucial to the student success in our building. And Asaya makes it happen. She manages an ever-changing team of vans and drivers. She makes sure that over 150 kids get to our program every single day. She works tirelessly. There's many days that you'll find her behind a van, getting kids to the program so that they can be successful. Students come to us from 30 different zip codes. So we're all over the city all evening. We pick up from 57 different schools. And all of this would not be possible without Asaya's dedication and commitment. So I'm just honored to work with her, and I'm so excited that she's being recognized finally for all of her efforts. And she's just like a great woman to know, personally and professionally. And I'm just so happy for her.
So my name is Asaya L. My organization is Downtown Boxing Gym Youth Program. So our program is a youth program. It's an after-school youth program. All of our students come in, they get tutoring, homework help, and other things. Boxing is one of them. I've been here for 8 years. I started as a parent. My son, who is, well, I have 2 sons, 3 actually, but 2 that came into the program. I'm the type of parent that I'm hands-on, and whatever my children are involved in, I'm involved in. I saw Kali and I asked him, how could I help? And he said, okay, become a boxing official. The reason why he wanted me to become a boxing official is so that we could know the rules and we could teach the kids the rules of boxing and how to really, you know, do what they could to win. So I'm still here because I love what I do. I love the children. I love this environment. I love it. I think that the women in Detroit are very resourceful, resilient, and even my own mother. When I look at my mother, who was born also and raised in Detroit, my mother is a very strong woman. When you come to this space, I'm the mother of the gym. I'm the mama. And every child that comes here feels my love. I have 3 sons that I gave birth to, but I have many sons and many daughters that are coming from my heart. Every child that comes in this space, I tell the parents, because I do the tours, and I tell the parents, when you are not here, I'm the mama. And I'm gonna protect and love your baby just like that baby is my baby. I just want them to push higher, strive for the best, not just passing. I want you to go higher than that. I want you to think higher than that. You can be whatever you wanna be, whatever you wanna be, by thinking higher. We have a waiting list that I'm over, and currently it is over 1,000, because there are a lot of kids who wanna be here. And with that being said, that is my only obstacle, that I feel that we are not able to reach all of the students who want to be here. One of the visions that I have is, just like the family that we have here at Downtown Boxing Gym, I would love for our community to be that same, to have that same feel, to have that same drive, you know, a family, loving each other, providing whatever we need, and working together to ensure that our future, our little ones, are able to, like I said, go on in life and be successful in life. It's truly, the reward is greater than anything else outside of this, because you see the leaps and bounds that these children, they get. I mean, like, for real, seeing them from when they start all the way to the end, like, there is no greater reward.
Keep the love in the chat for Asaya.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful for the honor. And not only that, one thing that I have been able to witness here is the love of the women to the children in the community. And with that love of the children in our community, and the children being our future is bright. Just from seeing the women that have been honored here today. I was not expecting an award. I did not even know that I was being nominated. So I greatly appreciate the nomination. I am so honored for being able to to be honored. That's what I'll say. I'm so honored to be honored. And one thing I want to say is, because I don't know if it was even, if you guys could see, but our program is not just a boxing program. Boxing was just a tool to get those children to us. We do so much more at that in Downtown Boxing Gym. And with that, our children are going to be able to be, like I said, whatever they want to be, whatever they desire to be, because of the things that we are putting in and instilling inside of them. I love it. And that's all I can say.
Thank you, Alicia.
Asaya.
Asaya, I'm sorry. Finally, I would like to invite Barbara Kellum up to introduce us to our final honoree this year, Brittany Kellum.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure, not just because of my profound love for her and admiration, and she's my daughter, but because I've witnessed her champion through storms to support, protect, and strengthen others, and I've seen her judged unfairly for playing the cards that she's been dealt. From the very moment that I delivered her at 6 pounds, 3 ounces, I realized that she was undeniably a force, and I was confident that her impact would be powerful and intentional. Despite challenges and injustices, Brittany has been determined to rise to the top and inspire others to win. From the day she set up a table on our front porch to help her friends with their homework, to the moment she founded Just Speak at the age of 17 to share her own personal story of abuse for the first time to help others triumph. My daughter has shown what the power of one determined girl, young lady, and now woman can do. To make sure that she's healing others, she is now not only a trauma practitioner, but a certified yoga instructor and a doula. It is my pleasure to introduce someone whose dedication to heal and to love her community, and especially our youth, is only matched by her fierce love and support of her family. I am proud to introduce my daughter, my friend, my hero, Brittany Kellum, a 2022 Power of One Dedicated Woman honoree.
My name is Brittany Kellum, and the organization's name is Just Speak. Just Speak primarily serves the Detroit area, southeastern Michigan, so metropolitan Detroit. And we serve young people ages 3 to 17. We provide trauma-informed programming for young people through movement. So that's yoga, that's dance, that's mindfulness, all with the goal of providing resiliency skills so they can thrive and grow in the future. Children need to learn coping skills. They have to learn how the language to express themselves and their emotions. And I wanted to have a solution for young people that allows them to thrive in that way, to empower them with skills that no one could take away from them. Making a difference to me is about being a part of a community and doing your best, right? And understanding that you're a part of something greater. And so I think I'm making a difference by being myself and using my passion until there's nothing left to help people heal and create communities of trauma-informed learning and growth, whether that's adult and young people. Our organization primarily is focused on young people, but our tenets, our core values of believing that people are magic makers and can rewrite their own stories is for all humans. So my difference is my belief system, that I believe that people can be whatever they want to be, and we love folks through that. Detroit is a place that has a love for its people, its city. It's a city to me that is made of love and empathy, and we try hard no matter what. I think sometimes that aggression and grit that people see is just a lot of respect for people's neighborhoods and where they're from. So love and probably anti-fragile is a word that I would use to describe Detroit. I think Detroit women are, we have an unstoppable power that is also made of love and sass and ingenuity, and it's fierce. And I think about the integrity of a Detroit woman, and that embodies, I feel like, the work and my walk and my journey. There's something that we have, I would say, Detroiters in general, but specifically women, it's like a je ne sais quoi. It's that thing that makes us very unique and special. And that's forever inspirational for me.
Please join me in welcoming Brittany.
Thank you all so much for honoring me, for recognizing me, specifically to have a mom that thinks enough of me to be recognized. You know, just because you have a parent, they can love you, but they don't have to like what you're doing or even support what you're doing. So I don't take for granted that my mother has nominated me today. I'll also say that there are so many platforms, and I'm sure some of the women that are honored today might agree with this. So many platforms where social entrepreneurs or those that do the good work are unsung, even when there are resources that are to support do-gooders. It's so often that folks like us get passed over. So it truly is tremendous, like a tremendous feeling to be seen in this way for doing the things that we so effortlessly do. It means the world as a survivor, as still working with youth in my community, working with survivors of violent crimes, to have this platform and to be pushed to do more, simply because if you don't have folks like us that are crazy enough to do things the things that we're doing in the community, to keep doing them without the pay, without the support, and with all of the late hours, then advocacy to me means nothing. So thank you again to all the people that are providing this opportunity for us all. And thank you for being another fire that allows me to continue to do the work and allows just to be successful. So much love to everyone here today.
I'm speechless. We have some seriously phenomenal, powerful women here in this room, not just the honorees, above and beyond. And I'm grateful to be a part of all of this. I am loving the love, the excitement. There's definitely the spirit in the Zoom, making sure we are making the best of being virtual. And I am loving the support coming through, so keep that going. I want to make sure I lift up the music in the video was produced by our colleague Matthew Schmidt. So thank you for that. And next up, I'd like to call on my colleague Heather Nugen to share some more amazing women with you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Each year, the Power of One dedicated woman opens up nominations. Each woman honored today was nominated by someone in her life who sees the work she humbly does that has a huge impact on their networks and neighborhoods. We had 45 nominations submitted for 35 different women this year, meaning many women were nominated more than once. I'd like to read the names of those nominees to make sure they are acknowledged and celebrated today. Angie Rodriguez, Barbara Bearfield, Bonnie E. Whitaker, Brianne Bell, Calandra Jones, Kathy Clyburn, Gladys Noble, Gracie Xavier, Gwen Lanier, Jessica Ramirez, Jessica Scott, Karen Walker, Katrina Watkins, Letitia Cunningham, Lashana Manigault, Madonna Mannings-Tucker, McKees Taylor, Miriam Moreau, Dr. Odether Hill Bennett, Renee Ferguson, Renee Wallace, Sandra Williams, Shirley Birch, Sophia Crosby, Tammy Black, Tony Cannon Mitchell, Tyra M. Moore, Vanita Tompkins, and Yolanda Scarborough. Congratulations to everyone nominated this year. Be sure to follow MCR on social media or sign up for our newsletter to get notifications of when the next round of nominations open.
Thank you, Heather. And one more shout out to all of the nominees this year and everybody who submitted a nomination. I want to sorry, talk a little bit about the spirit behind the Power of One, as Daddy mentioned in the beginning. It's simply women doing powerful work and deserving this recognition for their efforts. As part of that spirit, each honoree is given 2 batons. Rakisha lifted hers up, the purple batons. So one for her to keep and remind her of the spirit and her power, and a second to pass on, both literally and figuratively, her passion and knowledge to someone who will help continue and grow the work she is doing. So the spirit of passing the baton is very important. Every year we honor 6 women, and being in our 8th year, we now have a powerful group of 48 honorees who are continuing to better their communities and inspire those around them. Each woman on this list of past honorees is beyond deserving of the recognition here and every single day for the lasting impact they are having on their neighborhoods and communities. I can't wait to see where life continues to take you all, and please know MCR is here to support you. To help close us out for today, I'm going to bring up our Chief Executive Officer, Shamyle Dobbs.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I know I can't see all 94 participants in the Zoom room, but I just want to say, first and foremost, congratulations to all of the honorees, and most importantly, to all of the winners. We honor you, we see you. You are truly what our mission is all about here at Michigan Community Resources. I mean, when I joined the organization many years ago, I knew that I was in the right place and space because our sole purpose is to amplify the voices, the stories, the impact of incredible women like you, incredible women that have been nominated. And I think someone mentioned it in their acceptance speech, all of the incredible women that we don't even know that are holding down their communities and their neighborhoods. So again, thank you. Before we close out, I want to do a couple of things. There were so many powerful and inspirational quotes that I wrote down because I'm inspired every day by all of you. So I just want to read a few of them as inspiration for us to take into our day, into our work week. Women teach women. People will never forget how you make them feel, by my favorite and my namesake, who I was named after, Maya Angelou, Shamyle Dobbs. The power of one, the power of love. We are a community family and we have to work together. My community is resilient. I am a community hugger, one of my favorite, I like that one. Taking notes from all the greats and remixing it with young people. I like that one too. We know it is an honor to use our gifts, time, and hands to help others. There are women that are doing great things that are not here today, but we know them and it is important to celebrate their work. The women in Detroit are resourceful and resilient. You can be whatever you want to be by thinking higher. I really like that one as well. I am honored to be honored. I am confident that her impact would be powerful and intentional. And that was the mom who nominated and celebrated her daughter. I thought that was beautiful and special. And one of my favorite, people are magic makers and can rewrite their own stories. So ladies, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Before we close out today, I know I can't see everyone. I'm looking at myself on the Zoom camera. I would love everyone to take out their phone, if you can, and text to 53555 PO1, and we invite you to give, we invite you to support not only these women directly, but to support this initiative and the incredible work that they do. And if that is not within your capacity to do so, I invite you especially to get to know the individuals and the organizations that are doing incredible work. And please go out, visit, go out, support, lift up their names, tell their stories, find a way to amplify and support these women doing incredible things. And for that, I thank you for being here. We love you all. We appreciate you, and have a wonderful morning and afternoon.